You feel more or less confident going into this offseason after hearing Brad Holmes address this fan base? Because, John, on the surface, he came out and owned it. Said it was a disappointing season, gave himself an F with Dan Campbell, said it's pass-fail. He didn't run away from his own blame in this.
The expectation was a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he said their standard is much higher, and this was disappointment, and yeah, the season they failed. But as the press conference went on, when pressed on specifics, it's not like he really gave any ground anywhere. They're going to stay with the same process at pass rush. When asked about being more aggressive, he flipped the question and said, define more aggressive. When asked about the offensive line, he said it's an urgent need. Hey, that's good. But then deflected to, you guys, if only you knew how many phone calls we make and how hard we tried.
Yeah, I was annoyed with him talking for the first 10 minutes about how hard the front office works, how hard Dan Campbell works, how hard he works. Like, to me, that should be understood. I don't need to hear about how hard they're working. I get that. I expect that. And I don't expect it to work any harder, but I do expect there to be some differences in the results of what you're seeing on the roster.
If you try and fail, you still failed. So it doesn't really make me feel any better to say they made phone calls and tried to work deals, but they didn't get those deals done. And I think a fair question is, should he have offered more? Should he have operated with more urgency? Was his assessment of fair wrong? Because clearly he didn't make the deal because he thought he'd have to give up too much. Well, should he give up more than he's comfortable with because maybe his line in the sand is wrong?